Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian, joined with the other host,
Karen.
And if you haven't joined us before, 666 is you just pick a topic and talk about for 6 minutes and 66 seconds or thereabouts. We used to throw a timer up, took it down, because we always went over.
Yeah, I think we didn't stick to it at all.
Yeah, so why bother with it, we thought. Yeah. But today's topic is Record Store Day.
Yes.
We've done this before, Record Store Day Black Friday, actually, 2024.
Yes, yep.
We did one of these during the Spring Record Store Day, which is like April or something like that. They do one on Black Friday as well. We always try to go and pick up a few things that are interesting to us. So we're just going to go over the list that just came out and like what we're most excited for.
Yeah, what on the list that we are excited for, not like the whole list.
Yeah, so we'll just dive right in. So the first one that pops up is Jazz Sabbath. They've done two of these before. The first one came out a few years ago. I think it was Black Friday. I can't remember when it came out, but I really wanted it. And it's very limited pressing. But we didn't get it. It's still on the wish list of Discogs. So when we finally get around to buying it, I'll finally buy it someday. It was like $40-$60. I don't know. I think it's like $60 or $80 actually.
Wow, okay.
And I was like, fuck, I'll buy it eventually, but whatever. I'll wait.
Maybe we'll find it randomly somewhere.
I doubt it. Not that pressing. Maybe a different second or third pressing, but
you need that pressing
because again they come out with cool colors and whatnot. Okay. So that's what I want, and bonus tracks and all that shit. In any case, they did another one as well. Also missed that. They didn't have it at our store, something that we go to. But they're coming out with another one, the 1968 tapes. Super excited for this. So we'll hopefully get this one this time.
It's an
Third
LP
time's a charm.
and CD.
Next on the list for me is Lamb of God, Ashes of the Wake live. This was actually recorded, I think like in 2020, it says?
Is it 2020 or 2021?
Nope, it's 2020,
2020,
yeah.
okay.
But this is them in Richmond, motherfucking Virginia, playing their home crowd, playing Ashes of the Wake, probably in celebration of the album. So I'm super excited for this. We just got the 20th anniversary pressing of this album as well. So again, it's like, meh, we already have this, but it's a live recording it's in their hometown. So it's like, all right, that's going to be a blast.
Right, yeah.
So that's one I'm super, super excited for. Hopefully we can get that. There are 4,400 copies, so that's pretty
I just hope
cool.
they have them at our store.
They have a decent metal every now and then.
They do, like two out of our list. So hopefully they have them.
Yeah. The next on the list is Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood 35th Anniversary 7-inch single box sets. I'm not the biggest Motley Crue fan, honestly, and when I first saw this, I was like, oh, all right, it's the 35th anniversary of Dr. Feelgood. That's a pretty decent album. I'll get it just to get it. I didn't realize it was a singles, only 7 inches.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. Like, I don't see that many singles or 7-inch box sets. So.
Record Store Day definitely has some. That's where they typically, maybe not box sets, but 7 inches for sure come out.
7 inches, yeah. I'm saying box set.
There's like one a year, maybe two a year that they do, but it's usually nothing we care about.
Okay, yeah. I guess I've never noticed this. So.
Yeah. You also don't pay as super close attention to it as I do.
No. I look through it like once and then once before we go, just to make sure I know what we're getting.
Yeah, they started doing like 3-inch records as well.
Oh, really?
They did like the Beatles last time around, like a 3-inch record player and records, and they have a few Beatles, I think, this time around 3 inches. We didn't get that, and it's just kind of gimmicky at that point.
Yeah.
But this one, it's the singles, so it's like, all right, I love all the, not love, but they're the ones that are always on the radio. Those are the ones that you care for, yeah. So I'm kind of excited for this. There's not that many, 1,300. My
whole thing is though, if it's like $100, like
it's something that we could possibly pass on. Yeah, if it's really expensive, sure. I don't know what the upper threshold for price on this would be. Maybe 60.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what it's going to go for.
What else they also have, because that's the whole thing is.
Yeah,
we always put together a list and then we whittle it down generally.
Yeah, and these are the ones we picked out just by looking at it. We'll prioritize this. We'll put our top of the list, which is going to be Lamb of God, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go down the list, and if they have it, they have it. Great. If they don't, and then by the end, we're going to get like 2 or 3 possibly, depending on what they have when we get to our record store. Next is Rage Against the Machine. This is just, it looks like a live recording. We got one of these previously in Record Store Day. It was like live in Mexico City, I think. So this is one that's probably on the chopping block for me of like, we already have a live Rage Against the Machine LP. I don't necessarily need another one.
Yeah.
So that one might get axed here, but that was one that jumped out for us. Next, the Ramones' Greatest Hits. I kind of like Greatest Hits, and this is a band that I would get a Greatest Hits of.
I think we talked about this either last last time we did Record Store Day, or a time before, just between the two of us, because I don't think we recorded for it. But greatest hits for like a band like Ramones for me would be good, because those are the ones that like are played on the radio or like that you've heard around or whatever. And it's not necessarily like, oh, here's all 10 of their albums to listen to, sort of thing.
And we're not like
that big of a fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not like that big of fans of it. So getting the greatest hits is just a way to like, all right, I do like these tracks, but I don't need to dive super deep into your catalog. I mean, I probably could and I'd find stuff, but I've never really been into the Ramones, honestly. So this is where, all right, I'm gonna get the stuff I like Blitzkrieg Bop's on there. It's like, all right, I do love that song. In any case, moving on, we have a new band I discovered this year by talking to another fan at a festival who was a big fan of Sun O, parentheses. I don't know how to pronounce that. I just assume it's Sun O.
Yeah.
But they have two listed. It's the same one. I think it's just a glitch on the Record Store Day website, because everything else is the same. The only difference is one has like a description, one doesn't. But I just discovered this band because of that fan. I've listened to them a lot since then. I really, really like Sun. So I saw that. I was like, holy shit, I have to try to get this one. So I'm excited for this. This is probably actually going to be second on our picking order.
List? Okay.
Yeah. Next is Van Halen live in Dallas, 1991. Again, not a big Van Halen fan personally.
Yeah.
And next to a greatest hits, I think a live album is the best way to get a band that you're sort of like not on the fence about, but one that you're like, all right, I like it, but I don't love it type thing. Moving on, we get Biohazard. This was probably gonna be close to the bottom of the list. We haven't really listened to much Biohazard. We know of them and have seen them, I think, right?
Yeah, at Milwaukee Metal Fest.
Last year, right. So it's one I would pick up if it's at the bottom of the list and I haven't picked up, 4 or 5 other things.
Right.
Next, we have Lacuna Coil. This is going to be close to the bottom of our list as well. I like Lacuna Coil a lot. You're sort of like, they're good, they're not bad.
Yeah, there's a few songs I like, but other than that, I'm not like the hugest fan.
And they've had stuff before at Record Store Day, and it's the same way. It's been on our list, but it's either been the Record Store Day or the record store we went to didn't have it, or it was just sort of at the bottom and we had already spent like a lot of money. We're like, nah, we didn't.
Yeah,
we can pass on this for now. But I think I have that stuff on like a wish list of Discogs as well. So someday I'll probably end up getting it, regardless if I get it, on Record Store Day or not. The next is Trenton Reznor and Atticus Ross Boys Noise. I don't know really anything about this, honestly, other than Trent Reznor.
So what made you think of it? Or what
just Trent Reznor.
Okay.
Nine Inch Nails, he does a bunch of scores now. They're coming back to do the score for them being Nine Inch Nails, to do the score for the next Tron movie. I love Tron. So I'll get this and I will probably like it a lot.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I love his music. I love what he does. So it's something I think I would really, really enjoy.
Is it just a single?
See, I don't know. It says first released, or just first release. I didn't read this description here. No, it has multiple tracks, it looks like.
Okay.
And then 2 left. Both of these are Christmas albums.
Yeah.
So Christmas albums, I think, are pretty hot and they sell pretty quickly at Record Store. They do really well. The first one is country, actually, Little Big Town.
Yeah. You like Little Big Town, though?
I don't.
One song.
Yeah, I can't remember. I remember growing up and we would. Oh, what was it?
Little White Church.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember growing up when we first started dating, you were really into country and we'd listen to it every now and then in the car when we drove, because I would share the radio time a little bit.
Very little.
Very little. And they had like that one song that I wouldn't tolerate. But this is Christmas songs, it looks like. So I'm kind of excited just to check this out. And it's Christmas season. We don't have a whole lot of Christmas albums. So it's something that we'd pop on while setting up our decorations and shit on Black Friday. So perfect little thing to pick up.
Yeah. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I just figure we'd put it on our list.
The next Christmas one, though, I am kind of sort of super excited for. And this is Bah Humbug, Xmas in Nala. It's New Orleans blue jazzy sort of drums and brass bands playing Christmas music, New Orleans style Christmas music. So,
and if we had to choose, I would choose this over the Little Big Town. So
yeah, this though seems super fucking interesting and a lot of fun. So
there's only 1,000 of them, so we'll see
it might be hard.
Yeah,
and it's Christmas, so it's gonna sell pretty quick. I think we got Pig Destroyer one year, and there were only like 800 to 1,000 copies of that, and I was like, holy shit!
But that's Pig Destroyer.
They had two exactly. That's what I'm saying, right?
That's a little smaller market.
Yeah, this is going to be much larger market, and I think this one might sell well. So you have to get there probably early to try to get this one.
Yeah. Which we do get there before they open, but normally not like first in line.
I kind of do. Black Friday, I think I can because not many people get there as early as I do. I don't have to work that day typically, so I just get up and
April one. We're always.
April one, we're really far back, but the last couple of years, I've been able to get there super early for either like first 5 or so in line. But yeah, that's what we've picked out of the list this year. We'll see what we end up getting, and
we'll have an episode on that as well.
Yeah,
after Black Friday.
Yeah, and end up seeing what gets cut as well. So just go check out some music. You can find some really cool stuff and explore, find different things.
Bye.